Biggity Beatbuddy, Tale of the Guardians is a brand new indie music game, but it's also an adventure game, an action game, and it has tons of puzzles. The mixture of genres is one of the things that makes this game unique, and I don't recall ever playing a music game like this before. We play as Beatbuddy, one of the three buddies, the others being Harmony and Melody, who we have to save from the evil prince. Not Prince, the artist. I thought the story would be redundant, but it turned out to be an exciting part of the game despite the simplistic plot. This is mainly because of the dialogues in the game that have me laughing many times. There is no talking in the game, instead every character has their own personal beatboxing, which I enjoyed a lot. The only talking in the game is the narrator, who I was not a big fan of, to say the least. So I'm happy that the voice only appears in the very beginning and the end of the game.
Not what that's the music, it's not what they're naturally occurring. That it will always be there.
Throughout Beatbuddy, we will have to face many tasks, some of them requiring the player to react fast in the middle of intense chaos, while others requires taking the time to figure out what to do. Most of the time we don't actually have to follow the beat to beat the level, but it definitely helps, because that nearly everything in the environment is moving and grooving to the soundtrack. All music is a part of the environment in the shape of creatures, like the hi-hat crab for example. Beatbuddy has the abilities to attack and boost speed, and we will also gain a few more cool abilities during the game. We play close to nothing of the music ourselves, however we will experience the different layers of the music as we move to the different instruments and interact with them, which creates a unique experience of the soundtrack playing. I also really like the fading sound that appears when we take damage. If we die, we just start at the last checkpoint, which appears pretty often. The game has 6 levels, each with its own original soundtrack. 6 levels with one song each might not sound like a lot, but the levels are very long and split into 4 chapters and can easily take more than half an hour to complete. I didn't get tired of any of the songs, although the player will listen to the same song for a long time, but everything in the soundtrack keeps changing and we explore more of the song as we explore the level. In every level we get to ride this machine thingy at least once, which is where the song hits the climax, and this is definitely my favorite part of the levels, where we move to the beat of the groovy music and regenerate health, and we also gain the ability to shoot and boost if the time on the second beat, which I think is awesome. If you are looking for a game with rock music, then you should probably play Guitar Hero instead, because Beatbuddy is mainly clubby, funky, groovy swing music, and I thought the music was great for the game. The game features music from 6 different artists. You might have heard of some of them, like Austin Wintory, who made music for Journey, or my favorite artist in the game, Parov Stelar. It took me 7 hours to complete the game, and I had a lot of fun most of the time, except when I ran into game-breaking bugs, which unfortunately happens more often than it should have. There are small bugs like text box showing outside the screen, or creatures playing music without any music playing to it, but the most frustrating was when the game fucked completely up and wouldn't allow me to continue, so I had to reload the chapter. This happened about 3 to 4 times, where sprites and objects wouldn't load on the screen, so I would helplessly wander around in an invisible environment. I should probably also mention that I couldn't even get the game to work on my desktop, but there were no problems on my laptop. If we look away from the bugs in the game, I have almost only good things to say, but I just want to get one last negative thing out. I felt like some of the puzzles reminded too much of each other and were a bit boring, especially the ones that were easy to figure out but still would take time to do. But besides those things, I love Beatbuddy. I haven't even talked about the graphics, which is one of the best parts of the game in my opinion. There are 6 beautiful hand-drawn environments, and I really like the look and the style of the game. Beatbuddy himself has more of a 3D look and it fits really well. The levels are filled with beat points that you can collect to unlock bonus pictures that tells the story of how the game was developed, and I thought this was very interesting and actually ended up risking my life many times to get these beat points. The game is available on Steam for 14 euros or dollars depending on where you live. Right now it is 10% off, and I think that is a very fair price for what you get. When I first played the free demo about a year ago, I was very excited to see what this would lead to, and I was not disappointed. The gameplay was pretty variating, where you get introduced to new elements all the time, but sometimes it could still get a bit long drawn and a bit boring. But I could see myself replay a few of the levels because of the good music. I will rate this game 4 out of 5, which means that I think this is a very good game. And I would definitely recommend it if you would like to try an original musical experience. I had a lot of fun playing this game. It is super addictive and very different from what we usually see. This was everything I had to say about this game for now. Remember to like if you liked the video, maybe even favorite, and comment if you got something to say. And you can of course subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, including gameplay videos and more reviews. Catch ya later!